through and through.
Amen.
Now too deep, Ellen. Now it's preaching days are through. That's why we're singing, oh, sweet mama. Daddy's got
welcome to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado. That's right. Every Thursday at 1 p.m., I sit down and we talk and we sip. Actually, we sip some Thursdays, but we talk about arts, culture, music, the Elm City, and so much more. It's so great to be back. I just came back to the my WNHH 103.5 family a couple of weeks ago, and it's just so great to be back. And boy, we've got an incredible show lined up for you today because it is Women's History Month. Oh yes, Women's History Month. So we're going to be talking about women who have made history or that are making history, trendsetters, women business owners, and so much more. So as we always say, sit back and relax as we serve you up a tasty mix of talk radio. You are listening to the Talk Sip. All right, folks, it is another phenomenal Thursday. Oh, yes, it is. Before we get started, make sure you tune in on Facebook Live, number one. And number two, our phone lines are wide open today, 203-684-8907. So if you are a woman, if you're a woman business owner, or if you're a woman that owns a business, again, if you're a trendsetter, and you want to call and talk about what you do and how you are just opening doors and breaking down glass ceilings for Women's History Month, please give us a call. Again, that's 203-684-8907. So Women's History Month, what does that mean? We're celebrating the women who are making leaps and bounds in industries, conventional industries, not conventional industries, medicine, tech, in my instance, you know, the brewing industry. So women are just, I mean, in medicine, women are just, you know, kind of taking the ball and running with it. So I'm really excited today to be celebrating that as our first show of the month. And again, we're going to be, for the entire month, we're going to be highlighting and showcasing women who are doing some extraordinary things. I'm actually going to be presenting some women today. I'm going to be involved in a panel this Saturday. Oh, yes, at the New Haven Museum, located at 114 Whitney Avenue. I'm so excited to get over there. Heard nothing but great things about it. Was able to meet the interim director. She's incredible. To shout out to the New Haven Museum over there. Who will be actually the venue for this Saturday's event, which is hosted by Urban Grants for Us, which is the director is Patricia Adger. So shout out to Patricia and all of those folks who will be sitting on the panel. So what I will be doing is reading off some of the names of, well, actually all of the names of the women on the panel. It's going to be history's first. So the first of women who have done some incredible things in this state. Okay. And so I'm just really, really excited. We're actually going to have a posting. So if you are on Facebook Live right now, I suggest you go to Facebook Live and please find us and tag a woman-owned business that you would like to highlight. Okay. And so just go over to Facebook Live onto my page or the New Haven Independent page, and you'll be able to see the segment right here. So we'll get into that. Thank you, Harry. And good, we're going to hopefully put up we'll put up the chat so that we can see your calls coming in. So because we're going to be shouting out the women all day today. So just very, very, very excited. All right, folks. Women's History Month. What does it mean to you? Give us a buzz in. I know we have a call coming in a bit from Addie Nunez, who is going to, dear friend, and she's going to be discussing how Women's History Month, what it means to her and what she's involved in. She's got an incredible show coming up. So again, you're with the Talk Sip, and we're dedicating this entire hour to women's empowerment, women inclusion, and Women's History Month. All right. So this Saturday, again, we're going to be at the New Haven Museum, and we're going to be celebrating these incredible women. So it's called Black Women's First Panel Discussion, and 1 p.m. Free admission. But again, this is by Urban Batisha Badger and Urban Grants for Us. And so we want to make sure that we shout her out and go on their website. So here we go. So panelist, and I'll do one every like 5 minutes. Okay. Ina Anderson is the first Black female hired on the Bridgeport Fire Department, rank of officer. How incredible is that? First Black female hired on the Bridgeport Fire Department that's just amazing. So these are the type of women that are going to be sitting on the panel, and you're going to hear like their adversities and just what they've gone through in their careers. And I think the great thing about this panel is this will be so inspirational. So young, old, all, just women, we want you to come out this Saturday to join us. You know what? We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get that number into you again after the break, and then we're going to make sure that we're on Facebook Live, which we are, and then we're going to be taking your comments and questions. So we'll be right back. All right. Someone's trying. And we are back live. Awesome. Yes, phone lines are wide open, 203-684-8907. Don't forget, we are celebrating Women's History Month, and there's just so many women out there that need that we can celebrate. And happy Women's History Month to my mom, who's just, a woman who has been my biggest and dearest inspiration in my life. And so just wanted to shout out Mom Dukes, and just honestly, just for women that keep empowering women that keep bringing women up and encouraging women. I just think it's it's incredible. So, happy Women's History Month to all the moms. Um, Stephen Ortiz, hello. All right, Stephen. Stephen needs my help on something. All right, Stephen, I will help you on that. Hi, Brian Jenkins. He says, though this segment is for the accomplishments of women. As a man, I'm so proud of you and your accomplishments. As a young businesswoman, you're such an inspiration for young people in New Haven, and I'm sure in other places when others get to meet you. God bless you in all of your endeavors. Brian, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I always tell folks it's bigger than me, and a pair of dance shoes are bigger than me, and a can of beer. It is literally about hopefully inspiring someone to reach their destiny and just to go for whatever they're thinking about. Just let your creative mind just kind of like take over, and know that God gives you favor, and so everyone has favor, but just declare it on your life. And when you do that, guess what? You can be an inspiration to folks, in your area. If they just see a little piece of them in you, then it's just what a blessing. So that's what it's always good to, pass it forward. So this month, it's just one of those things where we got to keep passing it forward to women so that they can continue to make more history. So I appreciate your comments, and absolutely and Brian is he's actually chiming all the way in from Atlanta. So shout out to Atlanta, to the ATL. The great thing is, Atlanta and Brian, we are hoping literally to get this product and everything that we can do literally in Atlanta. We got to get some brew into the ATL. We've had a national demand, so we are just kind of nationally demanding that right now. So Brian, shout out to Atlanta, and for your kind words. Folks, so we're going to be jumping on the call in 2 minutes with someone who has been doing some wonderful things in the Latino community. And so Addie's going to be joining us here on the Talk Sip shortly. But let me highlight another woman that's going to be on our panel. Esther Armand, past alderwoman, president of Sojourner Network of Democratic Women in Connecticut. She is incredible. I know, I've known Esther for just incredibly a long time. And she's one of those women who, yes, in New Haven would make things absolutely happen. So I'm so excited that I'll be sitting on a panel with her, and just women that are in, politics here, not just in Connecticut, but just around, the country. You speak and you have a voice for so many of us that don't have voices for ourselves when it comes to just making, making sure that we keep politics, and we keep fighting and going up to the Congress and Senate, and and just keeping us engaged and representing us. So Esther, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. That's going to be great. Okay, I know we have a phone call. We have a call, and I believe this is Addie. Addie.
Hi, Alisa. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Hello, audience of Talk Sip.
Yes, we've got the Talk Sip audience. We've got folks who are looking. They're listening in from Atlanta. We're super excited, and people
Hello,
here.
ATL.
Yeah, hey ATL. Oh yes. So, Addie, it is Women's History Month. We're very excited. Of all the things and accomplishments that women have been doing here in just in our state of Connecticut. So so happy that you're joining us, because we want to hear about and I know you have, so many different ventures that you're working on, and business, journeys that you're doing, but for Women's Month, let's dive into what's your passion? What's the passion project for Addie this month?
So this passion project, thank you for asking, and I want to point out that now that I've taken a journey in speaking where is it that I want to be a service? Because it's dawned on me that we all have a potential to be of service. And at the moment, my
Right.
service is healthy living inside and healthy living outside.
Amen.
So the company that I've just signed up with and became a consultant is Arbonne. It
Mm-hmm.
is a vegan. It is healthy. It is everything that you can think of, from EVOO to the physics that join us in keeping us the energy. I've suffered a lot of
Mm.
non-energetic moments, things
Okay.
that I've been eating traditionally. I've had to take a step back and reflect on, okay,
Mm.
has this worked for me? Has this not worked for me? And so traditionally, I'm a Latina woman, so already I love
You
the
like your
arroz con
arroz con
gandules and the
guandule.
pernil.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I grew up on that, and things we grew up on because we are of that ethnicity or we're curious about
Mm.
other ethnicities. We give it a try and we eat it because it
Right.
comes through the FDA, because it's approved, because it's on our shelves in our stores.
Right.
It really doesn't mean it's healthy for you, for your
Exactly.
DNA makeup, for your body.
So this is
And
very
so
personal for you.
yes, no, very personal for me. So I'm not selling as a consultant. Of course, I'm selling because I want to make my business grow, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sell it to you. I'm going to share it with you.
Amen.
And as
And you
I
know what?
share the
And
information,
the
it is up
information.
to you to be the
So
consumer. Absolutely.
exactly. And that's one of those things. It's like, I think we've gotten past like what sharing, people sometimes don't give freely anymore. If you've got some good, if something, and I call it a testimony. So if you've got
Mhm.
something that has changed your life, or that is changing your life,
Right.
the business will come after, but it's that point of sharing. And so
Exactly.
I'm just incredibly thankful that you are on here sharing your
Thank you.
personal, your personal testimony, and saying that you're right. Traditions, and getting, folks eating stuff. I know in the African American, community, we've got some food traditions. I mean, they're just amazing food, tasty food,
Mhm.
but if some
Mhm.
of it might not be, best for our bodies.
Right.
So, but yeah, no,
Exactly.
so
Not everything was
works.
created that we could consume, that we could process, and the processing part
Mm-hmm.
is the key, because if your gut is not right, your life is not right. So the
Right.
core has to be right. And
Say that again.
so
If your gut is not
if
right,
your gut is
is
not
not
right,
right,
your
your
life
life
is
is
not
not
right.
right. Listen.
Yeah.
I hear you, and you know what? I'm so thankful because I'm in that the Lenting season, which it's a blessing, and that's all I will say. Is just,
Absolutely.
when you're spiritually and emotionally, mentally, and physically, um, just going through this season,
The changes.
the
Yeah, the
changes, the
processes.
process,
Yes.
it is incredibly rewarding, and blessings just
Absolutely.
kind of start flowing. And so tell us, this month, in particular, what are you focusing on? What kind of, what are you doing? What lifestyle changes are you
So the lifestyle changes that I'm
making?
about to implement. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
first of all, I want to be very, very prepared. So I'm just researching everything. I already have all of
Right.
the ingredients, and I have with me my skin health care for 30 days. So I'm doing an Instagram videos, and I'll upload one or two just
Okay.
for people to see the differences on my skin. So I'm doing a skin regimen, and I'm also doing the healthy living regimen where I
Nice.
replace 2 meals and then I eat a very healthier meal than I used to. So taking out the bread, taking out the sugar, taking out
Yes.
anything that it is not conducive to the way I want to feel. Because at the end of the day, I want to feel energetic, and I
Yeah. Oh,
haven't been able
yeah.
to access that in a really long time. And so researching, because part of my show point of view is researching,
Mm-hmm.
I came across this. I talked to the consultants for about a month or so.
Right.
I wanted to feel attached to this in some way personally, because if it works for me, it may not work for you. Your
Right.
DNA composure is
It's
different from
different.
mine.
Yeah.
But if you could feel the way I feel at the end of 30 days and you could jump for joy and join a marathon, well, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but if
Do
you
a
could do that,
5K.
good for
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you know?
No,
Yes, absolutely. So we live every day, but we only have one life and we have to take care of it.
And let me ask you, and you know what? It's especially like with the skin and stuff, you know, it's your skin needs to detox. Your skin needs to be, you know, the things that you pour that go into your pores or that come out of your pores, you know, some toxins. So people just think it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to go get a facial. But there's certain things in the body that, especially for women, that, you know, we've got to make sure that the skin is always, you know, having room for things to come out, not necessarily just to come in. So, you know, it's all together.
It's not to sound gross, but if you're imagining as we're talking, when you consume certain things, we really don't have an X-ray machine at home to tell us where exactly everything is being dispersed. Our body takes care of that. But if your body can't disperse it and it can't come out a normal, natural way, it's going to come out on your skin.
Absolutely.
And that is important. That is your calling card. That is your representation when you go somewhere, especially if you're in the public eye.
Well, I'm going to tell you,
to take care of that.
I know exactly where bread goes on me. It goes right here. It goes, everything goes right to the face. I'm like, can it go, you know, bring it, I'll take it on my shoulder. But bread and anything and pasta. I love pasta. That all just goes right here on these cheeks. But I literally, but now it's like, you know, with this and with the season that I'm in, I'm just excited because I won't be putting certain things, you know, into the system. So, and if the energy comes there, and you know what, as we get older, not even older, I mean, I think this can go for any age group. Because I know some high schoolers that go, they snack all day and then they go home. They, you know, they're doing, you know, homework or on their computers, and then they're napping, and it's because of what they put, you know, probably the snacks or what they put in the soda, all of the sugar,
and then the immobility. Because when we sit in front of the computer, we could be there for hours. Or when we're laying on bed, I've done it. I've actually
we're all guilty of that.
Myself out of that comatose state of being on the phone for about an hour just on social media and checking things and
social media
to people. And so that gives us the immobility, and so you've got to get up and be exercised and walk. And now the weather is so cooperative with us right now.
I love that word. It's cooperative. It's cooperative. Here in Connecticut, I can't.
Doing the morning walks, and we could, you know, take the energetic juice in the morning, and take that half-hour cardio, and so now it's not
have a green smoothie
to be. Yes, absolutely. It's so important. Absolutely. And I want to live longer. I have an 8-year-old grandson, and I want to be able to keep up with him.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we can all keep up. It's just what we put in is what we're going to get out. So I'm just happy to hear that your journey. I think, you know, everybody, because once you find out what's right for you, then it's healthy, you know, healthy living.
And the results can speak for themselves as well.
Right. Oh, I will tell you, I've had some before and after pictures, and I just not only with, you know, just I could see a physical change, but spiritual change is just incredible. There's a glow, there's a light, there's something that's completely different, that it's transforming. So I'm just excited.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So now, Eve, do you have any events, or where can we come and find you? Where can we get you on Instagram? Just speak a little bit more about like what you're going to be doing daily.
Because it's brand new right now. I am a Northeast distributor and consultant for Arbonne. So it's fairly new. What I want to do is introduce it soon as the social media becomes more open for me.
Okay.
But in the beginning stages, it's just an introduction for my personal experience, so that way I could share everything with everybody as time goes on. So this is pretty brand new for me. So everyone's going to learn about it as I'm going along with it. I have an email address, and I have a link, but I haven't uploaded it yet to my social media.
Well, that's great, because don't forget, we're talking about Women's History Month, or we're talking about just women, you know, in business, and so we all have that adversity.
This is brand new for me.
Well, which is great.
I dab and dib into a lot of things, but this is something that I want to seriously concentrate on, and I'm very, very serious about sharing this information with people. And I don't come from a business background. I didn't have parents from a business background. I knew business was
Right.
important, and it was an avenue for revenue and for your family to establish an estate for them. I have two
Right.
kids, and I have a daughter. I have
Well,
a grandson,
generational
and I don't
wealth.
have anything. I have
Generational
nothing.
wealth.
Yeah,
That's what
I
you're
haven't generated any
creating.
wealth because of the way where I came from. However, it's never too late.
No,
So I
it's never
became a
too
New
late.
Haven entrepreneur a year and a half ago,
Right.
and took the classes with the city of New Haven. Shout out to the city of New Haven, and
Yes.
I've been on a roller coaster ride to becoming an entrepreneur here in my city.
Well, congratulations. And you know, but that's what it's all about. And I love to hear those success stories from someone, like you said, that didn't traditionally maybe come from a
Right.
household of entrepreneurs. But you've learned, and I'm sure people have inspired you along the way to just, continue to
Absolutely.
move and
you
grow.
you are definitely one of, not that I'm on your shoulder, but you are one of my closest friends and
Yes.
the longest, and you are an inspiration to me moving forward, especially
thank
seeing
you.
you after going to your second venture with the beer. It is so amazing. Everywhere I go, I'm so proud to say that we're friends. And I know her.
Thank you. I sincerely, I sincerely appreciate that. But it really is about opening those doors and helping and giving, that encouragement or that information and the knowledge to women that want to come up and literally just kind of just say, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. So that's exactly what you did. So now, where do you see yourself like in the next, 30 days with the business, but just again on your personal journey?
On my personal journey, I already recorded and journaled how I feel prior to taking this 30-day journey and challenge, and then at the same time, I want
journaling.
to be
Yes,
able
very important.
to be able to reflect and see the changes and the benefits, and then share that, make it grow, and at the same time, my mission I have a passion within me that I want to fulfill. But it's not just for me; it's for people, for the community, and for the world.
It's to share. I love it. Addie, where can they find you again on social media so that they can keep up with your personal journey? And I'm loving the fact that you're journaling, because more people need to journal.
Yes,
write down your mission.
Progress.
Yes, keep track of your progress and journal your journey. That's a lot to say in one. It's like a tongue twister, but journal your
journey.
journey.
History that you have to prove that you went from one place to another.
Exactly. You got to journal.
And successfully made it. Absolutely. I'm Addie Nunes on Facebook, and then Addie Miscaye 89 on Instagram.
I love it. And beauty queen pageant all the way from Puerto Rico back
30 years ago.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I love it. See? We've got women that are doing all kinds of things. All right, Addie. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me. And you know what? God bless you on your journey. I'm excited to follow your journey with you, and just keep us posted. And remember, keep that entrepreneurial spirit. All right, folks.
No, definitely. Yes. Definitely. Thank you so much for having me. Have a great afternoon. Alisa.
You too. Absolutely. Okay. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Again, the phone lines are wide open, and we're taking your comments on our Facebook Live. So make sure you join us. Don't turn that dial. We will be back in 2. And welcome back to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado, and we're celebrating Women's History Month. I'm so excited. Another shout out. We have our fabulous panelist, and everyone on this list is just incredible. But my girl, Babs Rawls Ivy. Oh, yeah. Hey, girl. Fellow 103.5 WNHH radio personality. And she is the editor-in-chief, the Inner City News, and that newspaper has been around forever. And literally, we're just, just excited to see that in circulation online. And it really highlights business people, all people, but people of color in this great Elm City. So Babs, love you, girl. Can't wait to sit on a panel with you. And also Diane Brown. She's a third Black female branch manager in the NHFPL's 100-year history public library. Yes, Diane Brown, also a dear friend. So my sisters are literally like some of the first of things going on. I just love it. So let's see. We are going to do a little Women's History Month. Where did it come from? How did it start? The first International Women's Day was held on March 19th, 1911. When millions of men and women across Europe rallied in the streets for fair wages and against discrimination. The day was later moved to March 8th after women in Russia were given the right to vote in 1917. In the U.S., President Jimmy Carter declared a National Women's Week in 1980 to coincide with the March 8th international celebration. He coincided with the March 8th international celebration. Then after years of support and encouragement for honoring women's achievements for governors, city council, school boards, and Congress, March was officially declared Women's History Month in 1987. So those are just a couple little fun facts. But now we've got some wonderful women here that we can celebrate right here in Connecticut. In Connecticut, there are numerous stars who've blazed trails in government, the arts, education, and more. Here are, there's 31, but I'm just going to read a few, one for each day of Women's History Month, which I think is amazing, of the women representing our state in history-making ways. So first we have Marian Anderson. She was from Danbury. She was the first Black woman to perform with the Metropolitan Opera. Wow. That's incredible. Anderson delivered a show-stopping performance at the Lincoln Memorial in 1939. She was invited by Eleanor Roosevelt and sang the national anthem at John F. Kennedy's 1961 inauguration. Originally from Philadelphia, Anderson made Danbury her home for nearly 50 years. That is incredible. You have the first Black woman in the Metropolitan Opera. That's incredible. Then we have Margaret Bourke White from Darien, known to many as Maggie the Indestructible. She was the first female American war journalist and the first Western photographer allowed into the Soviet Union. That was must have been huge back then. A photographer for Life magazine, her photo of Fort Peck Dam in Montana graced the publication's first cover. So she was the first of another first. So we honor Margaret. And I'll do one more. Adrienne Bonds Wallace from Bloomfield. She was the first female television anchor in Connecticut and first African-American television newscaster in New England. In 1981, she was recognized as the most watched woman in Connecticut. And in the same year, the Jaycees honored her as Woman of the Year. That is incredible. I want to do more research on her. I wonder which anchor, where she was, what news station. She looks very familiar. Very, very, very familiar. You go, girl. Harry and I are going to pull that up. And she's in the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame. That's incredible. I believe she now resides in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, yeah, Adrienne, if you're out there listening, congratulations. Thank you for blazing the trails and opening up doors for women in broadcasting. I think that's incredible. Incredible. So, folks, see, This is why we celebrate Women's History Month, because you never know who's out there, what they're doing, and how they have blazed the trails for us. I think it's incredible. Oh, that's perfect. Awesome. All right. We're going to go back to Facebook Live because, I know we have some phone calls coming in, and we've got some folks that are. Yes, I have R.A. Chori right here. Let's see. People are tagging, which is great. Let's pray the Lord's Prayer. Never, ever miss a chance to pray the Lord's Prayer, okay? And if you are out there, again, this is a really wonderful season and time in our lives. So let's, if you're on Facebook Live, we're gonna repeat this. You ready? All right, Tori, if you're out there, I'm ready. Let's go with it. This before we pray. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. And if you want to find that in scripture, it's Matthew 6:9-10, 12-13. But that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Again, this is a great season for what folks are doing and transforming. And so just incredible. MD's Creation. Thank you for I believe you're tagging some folks. We always love to hear about new businesses. I just think it's incredible. So if you're out there and you MD's Creation, give us a buzz, 203-684-8907. Let us know these folks out here that you're tagging and what you're doing in business. I think it's just incredible that we all spread the word. We spread the word and get more businesses, especially women-owned businesses, thriving here. Not just in the month of March. I always tell people, not just in the month of March. Let's just pay this forward. March, April, May, June, throughout the rest of the year. I always say it's not just Black History Month. I know it's in February, but hey, come on, let's keep that moving. And so we've got an interesting clip from Connecticut Post, and we're gonna go down. I think there were some either fun facts or some questions. Yes, and so every month we look forward to taking the time to celebrate the power of women, from everyday women to the celebrities we admire. We're also always up to get schooled on girl power. So when it comes to Women's History Month, we have some questions like, why is it in March, and how did it even come to be in the first place? And we've answered those questions in that little piece before. But it's just great that we officially started in March. The Women's Day grew from a day to a week due to its popularity. Over half a century later, in 1975, the United Nations officially began sponsoring International Women's Day with the UN's General Assembly. So it's International Women's Day and just Women's History Month. I think it's all encapsulated in March, all that good stuff. But just about social progress, human rights of women, and development of just, different women in different industries. All right, let me go back to my panel because I don't want you to miss anyone at this week's event. Don't forget, at the New Haven Museum, 114 Whitney Avenue, hosted by Urban Grants for Us, Patricia Adger, 1 to 4 p.m. You don't want to miss this panel. Again, it's Connecticut's first of the first. And joining us on that panel is going to be the Honorable Toni Harp, first woman and the second African American to serve as mayor of New Haven. So Mayor Harp will absolutely be there representing. That's incredible. First woman and second African American to serve as mayor of the city of New Haven. That's impressive. Again, this list, I'm sharing this panel with some dear friends. Tamiko MacArthur, great friend. She's a pediatrician. That's right, pediatrician and owner of the first Black female-owned New Haven pediatric and adolescent medical services right here in New Haven. You better go, girl. So Tamiko, physician, and she's so passionate about what she does. It's just wonderful to see how her practice has grown. And so if you're out there, women that want to get into the medical field, medicine, please, this panel, again, they are, some folks on this panel that they'll be discussing everything from medicine to broadcasting, to being in, public service, to government. Then Janet Parker, former Connecticut 95th District State Representative. It's always great to have women as our representatives. They go out, they speak for us. They are our faces, and which is incredible. And I'm just really, really, really excited. There's more about which I'll be actually letting you know, but you don't want to miss this amazing panel. So much history, so much knowledge in just one room. You don't want to miss it. And then, you know what? Always check out Connecticut.gov. They have a ton of fun facts, but also a ton of events that are going on. So to celebrate Women's History Month, check out these inspiring events happening March of this year. You can get a visual of Connecticut's women's history at the Rise Up Sisters exhibit, running from March 2nd to the 13th in East Hartford. This display will showcase a diverse group of Connecticut women who were crucial to the women's suffrage movement. So again, that's March 2nd to the 13th in East Hartford. They will have a display called an exhibit called Rise Up Sisters. I think that's amazing. Another event, become inspired by the stories of Connecticut women who fought for women's suffrage at the Votes for Women Talk on March 3rd. Oh, I think that might have passed. So, okay. Yes. But we want you to go on Connecticut. Yes. Definitely go on to Connecticut, their page for updated events. See the Connecticut Women's Hall of Fame present the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment. The event Live, Learn, Lunch, Votes for Women will take place on March 16th in Litchfield and will be followed by lunch and a Q&A. Learn about women who fought for women's suffrage and whose efforts continue to give a voice to women today. So this should be called like Women's Empowerment Girl Power Month, like girl power. Want to send a shout out to my folks over at Pink Boots, who've been doing some incredible events this month. And for the rest of Women's History, they are it is a group of women who are in the brewing industry. So shout out to my girls. And shout out to everyone, all of my fellow brewers, female-owned women brewers throughout the country. There's who are just taking the reign and just making this happen. So to my Pink Boots girls, to my beer chicks on Instagram, shout out, kudos to you. Continue doing what you are doing. Women's History Month, girl power. All right, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back. Quick break. Don't move. And welcome back. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado. Don't forget, every Thursday, each and every Thursday, you join me on the Talk Sip. Oh, yes, I'm so happy to be back, especially just in time. Last, couple of weeks, we had Black History Month. Now it's Women's History Month. So just good to be back at WNHH right here. And don't forget, every Thursday, we're going to be exploring what women are doing in, throughout the country, right here in the Elm City, but then, across, the country. Do me a favor. We are going to have a special co-host. If you'd like to be a co-host, if you are a woman entrepreneur, if you're celebrating Women's History Month, again, a trailblazer, if you're just opening up your business, potential entrepreneur, give us a call here at the Talk Sip, or you can inbox me at Alisa Bowens-Mercado on Facebook, and let me know. You can sit in with me for a segment. I think that'd be great. So calling all women interested in coming on a Thursday to jump into my co-host seat with me for the month of March. Be incredibly interested and blessed to have folks on. And so back to the panel, we have which she's just incredible, Patricia Adger. She is our moderator for this Saturday 1 to 4. And folks, she was the first Black female assistant police chief in Connecticut, and we're just so proud of her. So she's going to be moderating. But so women, if you're out there, you want to get into law enforcement, just come out. I'm going to tell you, the panel is, filled with so many different fields and just women who are, again, trailblazers and who are the first of the first. And you know what? They want to share their stories, let you know how you can be, the first of the first in your own right. So it's never too late. So I'm excited about that. Well, this time goes by so fast, right, Harry? It goes by fast. Harry's not chiming in today. He's like, it's Women's History Month. He's like, you got this for the entire month of March. But folks, so again, and we like to thank our guest, Addie Nunez, who was enlightening. She's on her own journey this month. So we look forward to hearing what you're doing in your 30 days. I think that's incredible. But folks, don't forget, every Thursday, the Talk Sip, I'm looking for some special co-hosts or guest surprise co-hosts to sit down with me. You can just start inboxing Alisa Bowens-Mercado, or you can find me on the Talk Sip Radio with Alisa on Facebook, and be really excited to just have folks come in and just tell me about, their lives and their journey, where they're going, where they want to go. This is a show that we try to, it's a platform where we just try to embrace and uplift and get folks out there to do what God intends you to do. Folks, that is my time. Don't forget to always keep your glass full. Stay positive. Stay focused. I will see you next Thursday. Go out there and enjoy the sunshine. The sunshine is definitely out today. So have a blessed day. And remember, happy Women's History Month. Go out and inspire someone.